Until a few years ago, Albania was barely on anybody's radar. In 1992, an incredibly isolationist regime fell, and that opened up the country to foreign investment and tourism. Since then, people from all over the world have been coming here to experience Albania's natural beauty and its deep history. From Illyrians, Greeks, Romans, and Ottomans, all these cultures that have left an incredible mark on the development of this country. And as far as natural beauty goes, it's really unparalleled. From the Ionian to the Adriatic Sea, across the mountains to Lake Ohrid where we are today, the natural beauty of this country just has so much to offer the visitor. And because of this, over the past 5 or 6 years, as people have discovered the country, there's been a mass influx of tourism, and with that, an incredible amount of development as well. So if you follow the news, you're probably aware of the proposed development of Sazan Island and Narta Lagoon by Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump and some other investors. And this has sparked a lot of protests and consternation in the country. And I'm not going to get into that today. That's for the Albanian people and for their government to figure out and decide on. But what I do want to talk about is the incredible history and cultural importance of Narta Lagoon. So take this journey with me back through history as we explore this magical place.
On the southwestern shores of Albania, where the Ionian and Adriatic Seas meet, lies the bustling coastal city of Vlore. The city has just the right mix of having everything a typical visitor would want while still being a real Albanian city that is very lively year-round. You can get almost anything you need here and still watch a relaxing sunset from the beach. The Bay of Vlore as a strategic location goes back millennia. It was founded back in the 6th century as a small city called Ulan, and became an important trading hub due to its naturally protected harbor. Over the centuries, it saw many rulers from the Romans, Byzantine, which is actually the same thing, to the Normans, Venetians, and Ottomans. Eventually in the year 1912, the Albanians raised their flag and the Albanian independence from the Ottoman Empire was declared. Vlore became the birthplace of the modern Albanian state and its first capital. Today, however, we are going back to the Roman Byzantine period to an island in the Narta Lagoon in the northern part of Vlore. Narta Lagoon is a shallow body of water with a muddy bottom that isolates and protects the islands out near its center. On the 9-hectare, pine tree covered Zvërnec island, we find the Roman Byzantine Monastery with the Dormition of Mary at its core. This site was established sometime between the 11th and 13th centuries as an Eastern Orthodox spiritual center. Today it is connected to the nearby village of Zvërnec by a 270-meter footbridge, but this village sprung up during the centuries after its founding, and so at its inception was under the jurisdiction of the nearby town of Narta, for which the serene lagoon is named. As early as the 6th century, there was a 3-aisle Paleo-Christian basilica here, which the current structure is built on. However, it wasn't until the late Byzantine period, around the 13th century, that a monastic community was established on the island. This is also when the current Byzantine cross and square domed church was constructed. During this medieval period, the monastery had significant landholdings and was an important cultural, spiritual, and economic center. It was a hub of Ionian and Adriatic trade. The local forests provided good timber for a shipbuilding industry, and the fertile lands of the area were ideal for production of olives, grapes, and animal grazing. One of its most important roles that still persists today is the production of salt from the shallow marshes of the lagoon. The monastery itself likely had a scriptorium where monks would have copied religious texts, illuminated manuscripts, and documented historical events. While no major surviving codices are directly attributed to it today, its role in preserving knowledge would have been crucial. In the year 1417, the Turkish Ottoman Empire conquered the area. This ushered in a period of slow decline. While the Ottoman millet system allowed the monastery to continue to function, it was burdened with heavy taxes and would slowly lose most of its landholdings in the area. While the island offered some protection, it also kept it isolated, leading to a decline in its importance and therefore its community. Over the centuries, the church and its once lavish fresco artwork would suffer from neglect and vandalism. Only traces remain on the mostly bare walls today. Further, any valuable metal or jewels from the icons and liturgical objects would disappear from the site. Further damage to the site was incurred during World War II when the lagoon experienced significant military activity and the island was occupied by Axis forces. However, the worst would come under the dictatorship of Enver Hoxha, who officially closed all religious institutions. The church was intentionally desecrated, with its remaining icons and religious artifacts burned or stolen. The complex was left to rot, accelerating the loss of its many remaining frescoes. Personally, I am not religious. However, I recoil at the monstrous disregard, even contempt, that the horrible dictatorship wrought upon the remarkable history of Albania. We are lucky anything survives today. After the fall of communism in 1991, the monastery was reconsecrated as an Orthodox church and restoration work was performed by both state and international institutions. Today the site is a Category 1 cultural monument, giving it the highest level of protection. It has become a popular destination for visitors that are taken in by the stunning natural setting in the lagoon. Unfortunately, at the time of filming, I was unaware that the hilly pine forest behind the monastery is a necropolis full of elaborate sarcophagi from the Byzantine period, along with some more modern burials. So if you visit the site, it is probably worth it to take a walk around the hill behind the monastery. The monastery stands not just as a beautiful monument, but also as a silent witness of over a millennia of faith, art, conflict, malevolent sabotage, and rebirth. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, where I share Mediterranean history and natural places, my life in Albania, food, and a little bit of photography and guitar as well. Your support means a lot to me. Mira Popsham.